Oh, here was your day. We didn't see the wrestles that we had to get into the breakaway. And those that missed out, quite frankly, missed out entirely because the day was so tough. Remy Cavagna and Mattia Cattaneo were brilliant, both time trialists, and so over the short, sharp climbs which characterised most of the day, certainly the end of the day's drama. Some others along the way to ponder, but it was a holding position really until we got to our little walls, the spikes, the spiteful spikes that were to draw the day to a conclusion. So they came late on, and it was really high-paced to get to that point, and we started to get a very high-quality group off the front. Intermediate sprint, there was a last couple of seconds to be had. Simon Yates just missing out on the last remaining second. And then we got to these peaks and troughs that really started to thin down the field. There was a lot of teams that really put the hurt on everybody, and Ineos Grenadiers did a lot, but unfortunately went back to retrieve Ethan Hayter and were not really a feature towards the end. We screamed into town, and with just over 16 kilometres to go, that was the final of our intermediate sprint, and Shelmo's getting up to give himself the gift of a bonus second as well. Meanwhile, downstairs, Ineos Grenadiers still doing an awful lot of work, and by the time we got to the ramps of, 14, 15, 16%, this man, Vingegaard, was straight on the back wheel of any move here. In fact, it was his animation, Brian, that started the fracturing of a very select group.
It was that this is where it kind of paid for the efforts of the Ineos there. That's, Felix Gall doing another good ride there, and Chavez, but Vingegaard was having nothing of it. You can just see the gaps appearing in the back door of this front group, but there's no way back for Ineos.
A little bit of a mistake from Walter, Hungarian champion, teammate of the yellow jersey of Jonas Vingegaard. I look back as if to say, what? A bit of a disengagement between the pair of them as well. Walter was to form a lead out where he lost Vingegaard. Then when we came down to the death, we had a nasty double right-hander hairpin essentially to bring us to our finishing straight, which was only just over 400 meters long, and Higuita was perfectly placed to deliver. Sensational results for the man from Bora Hansgrohe. Congratulations to him, and look at the pace that he actually managed to pick up. So coping with the climbs today, and some perhaps that you bank as being better within a sprint scenario, just left in his wake. Super work. Vingegaard himself, just discretion, the greatest form of valor, decided to back out of the danger towards the end there. So let's have a look at the overall classification. This is the day's stage. Higuita takes it ahead of Baggioli, Shelmos, Sobrero and Schmidt, your top five. Champoussin in the frame as well for Arkea. We had Johnny Zagiru, who's lively throughout the day. Felix Golo also animated, but this is what it means. Jonas Vingegaard leads Mikkel Landa by a margin of 13 seconds now. They can find a second out there on the intermediate sprint. David Godot is 31 seconds down. Shelmos on 32 moves up to fourth place ahead of Sobrero. Jonas Aguirre in sixth ahead of Mas, Higuita, Brandon McNulty and Simon Yates, blanketed by 40 seconds. That sort of margin can be found on a final day, but unfortunately, if the race contains someone like Jonas Vingegaard, it's hard to find, Brian.